here with some new information in regards to North Korea, and this is the United States saying that they are prepared to launch a preemptive strike with conventional weapons should officials become convinced that North Korea is about to follow through with a nuclear weapons test. So, once again, I want to repeat that they're basically saying if they see them reach for the trigger, they're going to do something. That's now what they're stating. They're saying North Korea is warning of a big event. They say they don't know the timing, but they like to do this on big occasions, coinciding with big events, like this weekend on the 15th. It's a huge Day of the Sun anniversary for this country, and they feel that they could make their move by then. Now, this is the key thing out of this. They are saying they're going to pull off a preemptive strike. So instead of like the other times before when we witnessed earthquakes, shallow earthquakes in these regions, and we seen it, there was no response. They did what they did. They got away with it underground. Nobody did anything. If they do it this time, then, what they're saying here is that it's not going to happen, that they're going to strike them before they even do it. So you have to think they're watching them in real time from satellite with every other bit of technology they have over the region. If you go to flight radar, there have been no flights over all of North Korea. Okay, the Japanese have evacuated all of its citizens from the region. Okay, the United States now saying that they have bombers in Guam ready to take flights. They're positioned there. Should it be necessary, they'll take flights to start bombing. And they now have one of their big guns, they're saying, within 300 miles of this testing facility. And one of the things they even mention here is just positioning will provoke. Okay, it's what happened to the Soviet Union when they had positioned the first time, and their enemies seen it as an act of war and went ahead and launched an attack. They felt, oh, it's coming anyway, we're going to go ahead and make our move. That's what they're hoping doesn't happen. But I'm telling you now, there's been Russian bombers skirting off the coast of Japan. Japan's been scrambling military jets at a record pace since all this stuff's been going on. They don't get along with China. For those that do not know, Russia actually has a small sliver of land that connects with North Korea, like a back door, when you look at the maps. And this whole situation boils down to a few different options. They can move nukes into South Korea, which they're trying to report that over 50% of the population there wants that at this point. And they removed them like 25 years ago. It'd be a huge move if they did that. Number two would be a decapitation strike. Take out the leader, the leadership, and anyone that's around any of the big guns or weapons. And three would be to send in tactical units, mix of South Korean, U.S., and whoever they're going to send in to take out bridges or whatever else to stop them from moving things. But the thing is this, if they're already primed, and we're in the dark about what they have underground. We're in the dark about what the U.S. military really knows. You have to think they're sitting there watching in real time from satellite and with drones and all kinds of other technology. If you look at flight radar, it's just been blank over North Korea. So they're in position. And to me, let's just hope that they make no moves, because right now it's almost like you have this huge buildup around North Korea. You now have the threat. They are saying right now that they will launch a strike on North Korea if they feel they are making a move to pull off a test. Which means we're not going to see the signs of last time. It's going to be a strike. Now, then they're going to have to cough up the proof to the world of what convinced them to strike them. But at the same time, if they don't, and they do pull this off, you're going to see this register as a shallow earthquake like we did last time on the earthquake maps. Now, to me, they know they're surrounded. I almost feel like they're going to sit there, if they're wise, and not move, not do anything. do absolutely nothing and stall this thing out until warships are going to finally turn around and leave. They're going to have to make some kind of deal here with the trade getting cut off. They're going to get cut off. They're going to get cut down to virtually almost nothing. And that's another option they have here to bring them to the table. Problem is that they never want to come to the table and talk here on this world stage. It's come down to this, and this is where it sits. Okay, NATO just amassed troops, for those that missed it. They're sending troops with U.S. troops, British troops, within 35 miles of the Russian border in Kaliningrad. And Kaliningrad's pretty much surrounded, but that is where Russia can strike from land, sea, and air. So big moves being made here on the world stage. At this point, after the U.S. just announced this, I wouldn't expect much of any other warning. If they do make a strike, it's just going to happen, and then that's going to be the news, in my opinion. That's how a preemptive strike should come. There should be any other telegraphing, anything of that nature, if that's the route they go. Because if there is any telegraphing, they're going to pick it up, and then that's when it could really turn into a provocation of them striking or doing something crazy. And let's just hope, here at this world stage, how things are set up, is it anything that happens here, anything that they can blame on them, so to speak, to drop bombs in an instant? But that is the latest in terms of the United States putting out a warning. And like I said, I wouldn't expect to hear much more. If you're going to pull off a preemptive strike, there can't be any more signaling of when whatsoever. Or like I said, the tables will turn and it will become a provocation where they could say the hell with it and just blast South Korea or something else. Let's just hope not. I hope that these cats in North Korea just chill, because if they're surrounded by big guns, if they make any move, they're going to get blasted. So it's almost just like freeze and chill and think about it, because if they make any moves at this point, it's almost destined to spark something. So let's just hope they stall it out. They make no moves and don't go trying to load up something in some chambers for a test. And I don't know what else to say besides that. You've got military swarming all over the place, destroyers, subs, Russian bombers in the area. I mean, it's set. They're saying they've got their site primed, ready to rock, warning it could be this weekend. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this, because it's that close. Besides hoping that you just stall out and bombs do not fly. That's all you can hope and pray for. Don't want to see any more innocent people killed, because we already know we've seen enough of that. They just dropped the big mole bomb in Afghanistan. I mean, Trump's stepped in, dropped bombs on Syria, Afghanistan. Where next? Will it be North Korea? Guess only time will tell. Guys, make sure you're following me on Twitter at dahaboo77 for some of the latest updates. Make sure to tune in to Underground World News Live Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, dahaboo77. Hit me up, dahaboo7yahoo.com. You got any information you want me to get out there. Bookmark undergroundworldnews.com as well. And I'm going to stay on top of this the best I can. So I will say this before I cut off of here. Do not be complacent. Do not have a false sense of safety and security around you. Have a plan at all times. I've said it before. I feel right now is a good time to reiterate that and put it out there and let it be known. You should have a plan for a lights out situation, no matter what. Doesn't mean anything's about to happen, but if you've got a plan, you'll make it through it. Don't forget about it. Make moves. For real. This has been dahaboo7. Stay tuned for more.